are back at it with another light install video, guys. Unfortunately, that's what we're doing right now until we get the bumpers on. And then when we put the bumpers on, we're going to be installing lights on the bumpers too. But we have a $100 Nilight, N-I-L-I-G-H-T, light from Amazon, guys. This is a $100 light from Amazon that I am going to be running in my roof rack. You may ask, why are you running a $100 light on a $1,000 roof rack? And you have your single pods on your ditch lights are $100 as well. Well, guys, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. If you thought about that in your mind, comment down below. But lights on roof racks and above the hood are not optimal a lot of the time, right? So it's not going to be a light I use a lot. So financially, I didn't deem it necessary to spend $1,000 or $500 or $600 on a light that I wasn't going to use very often. But the lights in the bumper, let's say, or the lights, the pods in the bumper, or my ditch lights, I will be using a lot more. So I opted for a higher quality light for my ditch lights. I think I'm going to go with a different brand for the pods in my bumper, just to mix match everything. I don't know, I'm just weird, I guess. But that's why I'm not rocking a full-on, $600 Heretic 42-inch bar or anything like that, because I'm not going to be using this light very often. If I'm in dusty conditions, it's just going to blind me if I turn it on. The only time I see myself using this is setting up decoys in the morning, hunting and things like that. Not really like drive time, driving down dirt roads, things like that. I guess contrary to what a lot of people say, I think my brights are like decent. I haven't swapped to LEDs, or I don't know if they're already LEDs or anything like that. I haven't even looked. I don't care because the lights seem good enough for me. And then I'll be running my ditch lights if I ever need any extra light. But like I said last install, I've already wasted 2 minutes of your time, guys. So I'm going to show y'all how you install a 40 or 42, or really you could do even shorter, I guess. You could do a 30-inch. You could do just all pods up there if you wanted to, if you had enough of the two little mounting pieces. And I'm going to show y'all how you install this on top of the Prinsu roof rack for the Chevy Colorado, guys. Let's get out there and get to it. If you've already installed your rack right here, before you put your little carriage nuts in, it's unfortunate because you're going to have to loosen up one side a lot, enough to be able to do that. But if you want to go ahead before you finish installing this and just put your 4 carriage nuts in there, then I would recommend doing that. So you don't have to take off both sides, just one. Get your little carriage bolts in, you gotta slide your other 2 all the way down. Now, I don't know if I want to use this and have this set up like so, or if I want to use the small one that came with the light bar. It wouldn't fit perfectly on here, but if I tighten it down, it would be alright. But I'm going to have to pull the light bar up here and see how it looks. So that's how it's got to be. But I tried this little short one, but I don't know, if it was a quarter of an inch taller, it would have been perfect. But it just hits right there, so it just would look straight up in the air. So it's unfortunate. So we're gonna have to set it up with the original non-powder coated piece from CBI. So I'm going to take this back off, get that set up, get it evened out, and tighten her down. I added the lock washer, the regular washer. I've tightened this down a little bit. I'm going to crank it down a little bit more, but just hand tighten with this. I got to get my extension to get in here and crank these down, but I'll show you all the full look here in a second. So, I mean, like I said, literally all you have to do, take off one side, slide this up, put your carriage bolts in, 2 carriage bolts, 2 1/4-inch nuts, hold these in place. I centered it off of about 1/4 of an inch off both sides right here, and perfect. In 4 hours I have added my small 2x1 pods and now the light bar up top. I will say I'm actually happy how it turned out. If it was any lower, it might look weird in my opinion. So like I said, this is a nightlight. Will be linked down in the description. It's 100 bucks. Fits in here, you know, solid. This thing's not going anywhere unless a thief tries to take it, but I have some ideas for that. But like I said, it's just this little Allen key through here. This is what was supplied with the light bar. Here, right, it's just 2 of the 3/4 inch carriage bolts, which came with the mounting hardware. The bent side that goes up, the flat side down. That's really the only way it can work. But you can run the angle out like this, or you can run it in if you want to. I don't know. I felt it would be easier to measure right in there the way I did, a little 1/4 inch or so, and then tightened it down, tightened all this down. And then I have the wire right here, which I'm gonna have to do something with because, like I said, it is not wired up, and neither are these yet. But like I've said, it's easy. 4 little carriage bolts with nuts, and then the 2 Allens going in. I can see why it's extremely easy to steal light bars and stuff. They're extremely easy to take on and off, but I have an idea of something I want to do to prevent that, but we'll just have to see. I'll show you how it looks from the front. If you can tell, it sits 3/4 inch or so right above the wind breaker windshield thing up there, the Princey one. So we'll have to see how much wind noise this adds, if it adds any, and then if anything, if I have to, I might get some more of this wind reducing strip or whatever, and see if I can cut off like little 1-inch sections. Like maybe just put them in there and put them up top so there's not a hole or anything right here so it whistles. Bumpers will be put on December 28th is the plan. So CBI Offroad front bumper with the hoop, and then the rear bumper with some extra goodies on it. So y'all be ready. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. There's not many little how-to videos on this rack for this truck or really anything like that. So if y'all find any value in these, you know, subscribe, drop a like, comment, etc. It's easy to install, pretty self-explanatory, but you know, someone like me, I like to watch someone do it first, and I couldn't find anybody who did it. So one last look. There it is, guys. Thanks for watching.